Welcome on back to Skippers. Today we are doing 3 deep league ads. Highest roster percentage is 19, and then I have 2 guys who are 3% rostered. Kind of looked at this of players that were making a ton of hard contact over the last 30 days. Please subscribe, join the Discord. Let's get into these 3 players. First player is Gander Diaz of the Astros. He's the one who is 19% rostered so far this season, a 263 average, 12 home runs, 28 driven in, and an OPS of 773. I don't think Diaz has been talked enough for the solid season he has put together, despite running a batting average of balls in play of only 269. Diaz has the 9th hardest hard contact percentage over the last 30 days. Also, the Houston Astros have been putting him in the lineup wherever it is, either catcher or DH. And even though he gets a couple days off, the numbers are there with the bat to warrant picking him up and playing him. You look at the profile, it is pretty much solid all around. 76th percentile average exit velocity, 75th percentile hard hit percentage, expected weighted on base average in the 80th percentile, expected batting average in the 81st. He has an expected slug in the 96th percentile and a barrel rate in the 85th percentile. His expected batting average is 10 points higher than his actual average. He's bringing up the hard hit numbers, even though they already started at a solid starting point. Diaz has an expected slug of 618 on fastballs, which I actually think we should see some positive regression in the batting average category for him. He is the opposite of Martin Maldonado, as he can hit and not known for his defense yet. Luckily, in fantasy baseball, we don't give a shit about defense. In deep leagues, especially with 2 catchers, might be picked up already, but if not, Gander Diaz of the Astros. Second player is Jesus Sanchez of the Marlins, 3% rostered this season, a 258 average, 10 home runs, 35 driven in, 3 bags, and an OPS of 796. This is a criminally underrated player in fantasy baseball. Sanchez boasts a pretty elite profile when it comes to batted ball numbers, and has found a stroke at the plate before a recent setback with a neck issue that happened yesterday, but it seems like he's going to be all right. As long as he doesn't find himself on the IL, this should be a guy who is rostered closer to 30%. Sanchez has only played in 72 games this year due to a hamstring issue as well, but he is a well above average hitter this season, running a weighted runs created plus of 116. Looking at the profile, he hits the ball hard often. 84th percentile average exit velocity, 89th percentile hard hit percentage, 87th, 88th, and 89th percentile in expected weighted on base average, expected batting average, and expected slug, and a barrel percentage in the 86th percentile. The swing and miss stuff is still kind of there, which is always going to happen with Jesus Sanchez, but he has a batting average on balls in play of 319, which isn't crazy when he hits the ball as hard as he does, and he's on a full season pace of being a 2+ WAR player, which is hurt by his poor defense. Over the last 30 days, he's hitting 277 with 4 home runs, 13 runs batted in, and no weighted runs created plus of 127. In the deep leagues, especially 5 outfielders, I am taking a chance on Jesus Sanchez. And finally, the last player, Kyle Farmer of the Twins, 3% rostered, might be hurt by some players coming back, but this season a 255 average, 6 home runs, 23 driven in, a stolen base, and an OPS of 716. Over the last 30 days for qualifying players with more than 60 plate appearances, Kyle Farmer has made the 6th most hard contact at 52.4%. Over those same 30 days, Kyle Farmer is hitting 270 with an ISO of 232, a WOBA of 353, and a weighted runs created plus of 128. In those 30 days, he's hitting fly balls almost 50% of the time, maybe a few too many ground balls. I think it was around 38%, but he has 2 home runs, 2 triples, 3 doubles, and 7 driven in that time for an 888 OPS. June was a horrible month for Kyle Farmer, and after the All-Star break, he has figured things out, hitting 355. They've been playing him all over, hitting him all throughout the lineup, and if you need someone to add in deeply again, Kyle Farmer can take up those corner infielder spots. His expected batting average sits at 263, which is better than his actual average as well. Kyle Farmer is going to give you a lot of hits and some power potential that could be tapped into, and as long as Kyle Farmer is playing more than sparingly in the second half, I think he's also a good pickup. So there's 3 players at 3 different positions. Let me know what you guys think of these deep league ads. Don't forget to subscribe, join the Discord, and I'll see you guys next week.